Good morning and welcome to the Lake County, Indiana Fair. I am here primarily because of 4-H and also because we live in this county, but we are here just about every single day this year because we are a livestock family now, so that's exciting. I'm going to take you guys around and let you see the fair through the eyes of a 4-H mama. If you have ever been a livestock family in a 4-H county fair, then you already know what this video is about. We are going through Fair Week, the most magical, exciting, wonderful, exhausting, non-stop week to 10 days of your life. I thought that the closed and open judging was bad, but holy cow. Honestly, best time ever. Let's go. Now, oddly enough, this video is shot in chronological order. So the fair started, we were there for poultry judging, and then a couple other like bringing animals in and whatnot. And then it was time to clean up our goat and get her ready for show during the evening. And yes, Peter was there with the goats. However, there's an update on that. We need to feed the goats. Because the community is so amazing, there was a lady with an alpaca farm who was willing to let our leader use her trailer to get all of our goats over to the fair. And so when we went to clean it up, we got to feed them. But back to Fair Week, we had a costume contest coming up. And so we put this costume on a chicken and, well, you see how it went. At the moment, I am headed towards the goat barn because Caroline's goat should be getting unloaded if it's not already here. And you can see the equestrians are getting their horses out, warming them up, getting their zoomies out before all the shows start. There are 3 horse barns. This one back there, and then one up here. This is the entrance to our Midway that we don't really use because if we want to go on rides, we go to Indiana Beach or Disney World, but we don't really use this. So one thing about being a livestock family is that you're here a lot, and also that you kind of always need to be ready to pivot.
Pivot! Pivot!
Pivot! I was headed to go check on the goats and on Caroline, and then she texted me that she was starving and she had already taken care of her goat. So I grabbed her some food. I'll show you where our favorite food so far has been. And then she was going to grab her duck because anytime she has downtime, she wants to be with her duck and she wants to be letting people pet him and tell him what a good boy he is. So that's fun. Right now, I am headed down the Midway looking for a frozen coffee or iced coffee frappuccino type thing that my mom got. Now, she had said that it's down by the swings, which I believe she said it's almost to the gate by the swings. So that is where I am heading, and we'll see. Okay, so this is where I got it. Down here by the Ring of Fire. I don't actually know what it's called now, but it was the Ring of Fire when I was a kid, and my sister almost fell out of it. So it is scarred into my brain, and I will never allow my child on it. She wouldn't want to go on it anyway. You guys who are on the channel a lot know that she doesn't like to go upside down. So it's not really a fight, but yeah, no, she will never go on that. So Caroline is out wandering with her friends, and she just called to check in to ask if that was okay. So yes, stay in a group, don't talk to strangers. I am gonna enjoy my coffee. I'm gonna stroll down here by the rides because we do not typically do rides. We save that for Indiana Beach. Also, these are the swings. So it is entirely possible that I got the wrong iced coffee. The good news is I will be here 7 more days. So there is plenty of time for all of the iced coffees. Here's a look. Zoom out for you at the Midway while it's nice and quiet. This is my kind of carnival right here. I kind of want to do this as like a horror movie. Lots of games, lots of stuff set up in the middle. Oh, a trolley. Now I was told to go to the showcase tent that they're giving away muffins and checking your blood pressure. I don't really know that I need a muffin, but we might go check it out. Also, mocha chillers, giant swings. I was definitely at the wrong one. Good news is this one is not bad. So we'll try that one next. All right, well that was a nice little setup. I think the sign said it's Senior Citizen Day at the fair. So they had all kinds of people set up in there from the Franciscan Alliance, which is like our major healthcare providers for lung care and fall prevention and checking blood glucose, which I thought was really cool. And I was like, yay, blood glucose. And they were like, that's a weird thing to be excited about. And I was like, my baby. So they gave me a little diabetes awareness bracelet. So she may not want it, but maybe I'll wear it. Okay. Where there are animals, you will find my child. Okay, so my kid's back there. I told her, check in a little bit, enjoy your time. We do have a shift that we are working the 4-H building in a little bit, just to like make sure that people are not touching the project, answering any questions that people might have. I still have not laid eyes on her goat, so I am finally gonna go do that. There she is. There's our Smoresy girl. Her so pretty. We'll come see you in a little bit, okay, Smoresy? Good girl. Whew. During our shift in the 4-H building, I thought it was super fun to walk around and look for my kid in all of her projects. So her goat hoof anatomy poster did really well. This is her in the small animal show. It's just, these kids put in so much work, and to see all of it from our whole county, kids we've never even met, but that have a lot of the same things in mind as my kid and our family. It's just super cool to see. And you can tell how hard everybody works on these things. I just love it. We love it, we love it, we love it. We have actually already made our list of what's next. And this is for the Farm Bureau Insurance Group. They had a station set up where our kids could show their animals to the strangers passing by. And this is where Caroline had lunch very often. Steak tips, so good. Well, hello friends, it is 5:30. I am headed to turn in Caroline's costume contest application form. We have done a 1-hour shift in the 4-H building. We've done a 1-hour shift in the Ask Me About My Animal section. And we've walked a lot. I have to run this over behind the cattle barn. She's a 2000s icon, like Paris Hilton.
Nice.
Although the duck's not really all that dressed up. It's mostly just Caroline.
Put the eyeshadow on.
Mega Powers featuring Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage, and also Cruella stealing Congo from Anita and Roger. Give it up for our spine department! Our first person in the poultry barn doing this contest is Miss Melody. Is from the Rocket
look at this view. So pretty. Poultry barn was our home base, and I can't see that changing. As much as we love all of our other barns, poultry is near and dear to our heart, and some of our best friends are there. And they did such a great job setting stuff up like this. A hopscotch, like how easy is that? And the kids just had so much fun. Most awkward hops ever.
Good boy.
Good boy, Peter.
It's so beautiful.
So put my thumb right here. I put my index finger in between, so I'm kind of gripping the ear like this.
Poultry barn also housed the rabbit barn, and I just have to give a shout out to Lily. Lily is nationally ranked with her rabbits. She is so knowledgeable, and even more than that, she is literally like one of the sweetest kids alive. She spent a lot of time helping Caroline get it right and to know what to expect before she was going to step into the ring with the judge the next day. She was so patient and so kind, and I just want to cry because this is 4-H. This is who our kids are. They are top notch. Oh my God. Okay guys, it's after 9. We are leaving. There's Car. Car has been waiting for us all day. Back at it early the next morning. We had to be back around 8 a.m. for the rabbit judging. First thing we got judged on was class. This didn't have a whole lot to do with Caroline. She had to represent her rabbit. She had to bring Peter up to the table. And if the judge asked her any questions like, hey, how old is he? What's his name? Whatever, then she would answer those. But this is testing like the quality of the rabbit, not so much Caroline's knowledge. Now that is going to be more important to know when you think about if you're going to breed your own rabbits, then you're going to want to worry more about that part. We have found that Caroline does really well when she studies with note cards. So that is her just doing a refresh before she had to go up and be judged and share all of her knowledge with the judge. And this is a big thing if you are new to, especially like showmanship. They are judging the child, not the animal. They expect the animal to do animal things. So you saw the video clip of her the night before being able to flip him over easy peasy in front of the judge. For some reason, it just wasn't working. What he's looking for in that instance is how does she react to it? Does she get flustered and frustrated, or is she calm and just keep going? So that's what you want to do. You want to be calm. You want to keep giving it a try. And that's what she did. You take as many tries as you need to get it right. And eventually, it all works out. Caroline was really excited to show everything she knows, and she did a great job. Well, you saw S'mores getting a haircut, but now it's time to give her a bath. She is at the fair, she is in the shower pen, and holy cow, a lot goes into it. Squeegee some more. Great. That's what I always wanted. Before we left for the day, we stayed to see our friend Colleen receive a little recognition and I think a prize too. This is her last year. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get emotional again. She is amazing and her family is so sweet, and they call it tenure, like when you've tenured out of the project. And she's just, the whole family's just amazing. So we stayed to see her get recognized before the sheep show. I get my critters confused. And time travel with me to the future. This is the next morning. It's the goat show, the moment we've been waiting for. I was so nervous. I was so worried that S'mores was going to bolt and drag my kid, but she didn't. She was an angel. S'mores was shown for 3 different classes, so Caroline got to go in the ring and handle her 3 different times. This was her division, so this is senior doe class, and again, we did not breed her. We joined the barn and we were told this is the goat you're going to show. If you are breeding a goat, then you're really going to pay closer attention to what the judge is saying. And we paid attention because now the next time they're like, hey, what goat are you going to show? If we have a choice, we can be like, oh, this one should show really well. S'mores doesn't like her feet touched, so that was her acting up. And then this is for showmanship, I think. This might still actually be judging class. I'm sorry. There was a lot going on that day, and that judge was incredible. He gave the kids so much feedback, and he was so kind. It was just a really great experience, and S'moresy girl did so good.
She's not as round about her body type there. The one that rounds out of our class here, for being the last place in class here, that one there is a tremendous doe. When you talk about having some length, having some extension there, that's an awesome class of 5 does here. Put your hands together for these young individuals.
You're so pretty. We don't know what's happening in this class, but Caroline's out there again, so. Okay, so now this is showmanship, and again, they're judging the child, not the animal, although S'mores was really well behaved for this. The other thing to note if you are new is that showmanship is considered an activity. So you are either the champion, the reserve champion, or all you get is an activity ribbon, which kind of stinks for the kids that are used to knowing like, hey, I did really well, or hey, I need to improve on these things. You don't get any of that feedback unless you find the judge later and ask, which is fine if you know that. If you don't know that, it can kind of screw you up. And this kind of cracked me up because you see Caroline call the judge back to her. She is so used to the way Poultry does things where you need to know everything that she actually was like, hey, wait, I have more information. Another great thing that this judge did was he wanted to see how do you actually show an animal that you've not worked with. So all of the kids switched leads and they all had to walk around with a goat that they've never walked with. Now I feel kind of bad for the poor kid who got S'mores because S'mores is blind in one eye and you need to talk to her and you need to explain to her what's happening. It's weird, but it's like she understands English. And she's very particular in the way that you handle her. And this poor kid had no idea. So he flipped around like he's supposed to when the judge walks by. But he flipped past her blind eye and it freaked her out. And so you see her kind of acting a fool. But again, they are judging the child's reaction. And this young gentleman that still has S'mores off camera did a great job staying nice and calm. And the other kid is Jace, and he's just amazing anyway. Another example of this judge just being great, he took the time to talk to every kid and tell them what they could do better, even before the results were given.
Put your hands together for the young exhibitors right now. Showmanship's one of those tough ones, in particular picking a winner, because it's just my opinion on how I like to see showmen do things. But I do think that I try to stay pretty grounded with a lot of the other judges and try to stick.
Look at this guy. I know that guy. Rawr. After another shift at the Ask Me About My Animal booth with the Farm Bureau, we stayed to watch the cattle show. And we stayed because Jules, that came out first, had said, are you going to come watch me at the cattle show? And how do you tell her no? You can't because she's awesome. It was so cool to see. I did not even realize it, but this is Michaela. And Michaela was also showing beef cattle. Michaela is very well known in our poultry barn. She's very knowledgeable and she is our master showman. And there's going to be more to that story later too. I did not realize it, but the masters get to compete for something called Supreme Master.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Lila, Leah. Oh, we're doing it all the same?
And many more. Jake, you got your head right in it.
With all of our serious judging done, the next day we did a birthday celebration with our goat barn friends, and then it was on to the rooster crowing contest. You are going to recognize the young lady in blue. That is Miss Lily, and she let Caroline borrow a rooster so that Caroline could participate in this activity. And then the buff gentleman to her left, or to her right, to your left, is our dear friend Logan that you saw at Indiana Beach. So many friends.
The Silky Crow twice, I think. Once or twice.
That's another one,
How
yay!
many did our little Pastor get?
5.
5. Woo-hoo. How many did our... At the end of the row, how many do we have? 11. And Caroline, how many times did your rooster crow? 23 times. What did you get?
Yay, bubble wrap! Ooh, you don't have one of those. It's got a clover on it. I tried to tell Caroline that she needed to give Lily the gift since it was Lily's rooster, but Lily wouldn't even accept it. After all of that fun time, I took a little solitude break and went to watch some of the horses. We have some friends that are non-4-Hers that were there with their horses, and I was really hoping to catch one of them. Now, it turns out I got there a little too early, and this was a younger class, and these horses went kind of wild on these poor little kids. The kids did a great job holding on and staying on, but it was definitely scary, and yeah, it's scary. It's just a good reminder that horses are amazing, but they are like 2,000-pound animals, sentient beings with their own minds, and they can kind of do whatever they want. Luckily, both kids were fine, and then we moved on to the right class. Hey, look, there's my friend. This is Miss Ava, and she is just cute as a button and a very skilled rider. I did have a little bit of time while waiting for Supreme Showmanship to begin, that I was finally able to see the Lake County drill team come out, presenting the colors. We have several friends that are members of this drill team, and if you've never ridden a horse, it probably doesn't make a lot of sense to you, but it is pretty difficult to ride that deep, that close together, and to have all the choreography memorized and to get your animal to do it too. These guys are really skilled, and they just do us proud. And now it's time to see who is the supreme showman. These are the masters of every barn. So the way this works is that you have to win the master class for your barn. Whichever barn you're in, if you're in more than one, that's okay too. And then you compete against the other masters in each barn that's represented. So like this little girl here is Leah, and she's another one of our absolute favorites. I don't think she's ever shown a sheep before, but for this contest, she needed to very quickly study for it, learn how to handle it, and act as if this is the barn she's been in forever. So they had to do this with cattle, with pig, with sheep, with goats, with chickens, with rabbits. These are the best of the best in showmanship. They are just very skilled, very knowledgeable. I feel like I've said skilled a lot, but I cannot get over how talented these kids are. They really, really are mind-blowingly amazing.
Are all of you still in, or any of you tent mayor members? You're a tent mayor member? Well, congratulations on your future endeavors and good luck with all that. And so, once more, folks, they've done a great job tonight. Big hand for them, and I'm sure they are about ready to announce their winners.
Now, I keep saying it, so you may actually believe it at this point, but 4-H is a community. We are a family, and these kids were supporting each other. They were finding each other in the barns. They had a few days in some instances to prepare if they knew that they had already won, or they may have only had a day to prepare. And they were going to the other barn saying, hey, I don't know anything about swine. Can you show me how to handle this? What information do I need to know for showmanship, for swine or for sheep? And they were helping each other out. They were saying like, hey, maybe this person can help you or whatever. They were studying, and they were still present for all of the other activities and all of the other members that were looking at them like the role models that they are.
That the scores are extremely close. The winners are separated by just a couple of points. So, with that said, our reserve champion is Lily. And winning the belt buckle and title of Supreme Showman of the Lake County Fair is Michaela. Michaela shows beef and goats, but technically she's the poultry barn representative. Very exciting stuff.
After all of that excitement was the main event of the night, I guess. It was the barn dance. This was open only to 4-H members, and apparently it had been around for a while, then COVID hit and it disappeared. The theme was supposed to be Goodwill Gaudy. However, almost nobody got like in theme. Caroline and her little bestie Melody, and then one of their other little friends Autumn, they decided that they were just going to be pretty. So they wore their sparkle dresses and danced the night away. I loved so much watching her have so much fun in the barn, under the lights with the music playing, and then you turn around and right out here there's horses and a rodeo show going. And I think my favorite part was Caroline has a ton of 4-H big sisters. I shouldn't say a ton. There are a handful of girls that just have taken on that big sister role. And they kept finding me at different points in the night and just being like, Caroline looks so pretty, and like they're so protective and they're so sweet and so uplifting, and I'm just obsessed. And in the exaggerated blink of an exhausted eye, it is the last day of fair, and it's barn battle time. Caroline was on the fence about doing this. She kind of didn't want to, but her big sisters kept saying she's gonna love it. I promise she's gonna have so much fun with it. So she decided to give it a try, and guess what? They were right. She had the best time. Her team won their first round of tug of war, which was very exciting, but they did lose in their second round, which was sad, but they still had so much fun.
S'mores. Hi, S'mores. What are you doing?
With livestock, you never know if it's not your animal, if it's going to be around the next year or not. So I was really happy to be able to walk S'mores to the trailer so she could head home. And then I got myself a cookie from Twisted Sugar. And then it was time to leave.
Okay, you guys ready? Oh. Release the duckies! Get out. Quacks, you got so beautiful and dark. What do you think, Beaners?
After 9 days away, I really expected the ducks to jump into the pond and just dive in, but they did not. And then Yelena was like, wait a minute, you've been gone. This is my territory now. So reintroductions have been fun, but they're doing okay. And now for the Peter update. I don't remember if I told you guys or not, but we did decide to purchase Peter. So he is ours, and one of the mornings that we didn't have to be at fair until later in the day, my mom and I and Caroline got in her pickup truck, loaded up this super heavy hutch, and brought it home. And then Sean fixed it up so that it was ready for Peter to come home to.
Peter! Honey, I'm home.
He's wet.
Come here, Peter.
And yes, my house is in shambles, and Dora missed us not being with her all the time. But I gotta say, it was all so worth it. And I do also love this little slice of heaven we have now back here for Peter. But if you are not in a livestock barn and you are in 4-H, I highly encourage you to find somebody, lease an animal if it's not a responsibility that you can take on at the moment. But my goodness, it's amazing. And if you are not in 4-H or you don't have a child, come out and support them because they work hard. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.